Maureen. The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Health Department remains adamant that Ivermectin is not a recommended drug against COVID-19. DOH spokesperson Maria Rosario Vergara is reminding the public that there's no proof that the anti-parasitic drug could lessen COVID-19 symptoms. Representatives Mike Defensor and Rodante Marcoleta recently filed a petition to push for the issuance of an emergency use authorization for the drug.
While the DOH is not against the use of investigational drugs, we emphasize that in using products under investigation, the safety of every Filipino should take utmost precedence.
Senator Richard Gordon hit back at President Duterte for downplaying the Senate hearing or Senate inquiry into the anomalous pandemic supply procurement deal. Gordon called Duterte a cheap politician for defending his ex-economic advisor Michael Yang and former budget undersecretary Christopher Lau. Yang was found to be the guarantor of Pharmally, while Lau had oversight on the government's billion-peso deal with a relatively small company. Gordon also revealed that several Pharmally executives were able to acquire luxury cars after bagging government contracts.
Bakit niyo pagtatanggol yan? Hindi niyo ba pwedeng sabihin niyo, oy, ilabas niyo ang katotohanan. Papakagat ko kayo kay Dracula at para mamatay kayo, marami kayong dugong hinutkot sa Pilipino. Yan ang sinabi niyo sa akin. Ipawala niyo po si Dracula. Kaya po nagdududa ako, gabi kayo lumalabas. Si Dracula lumalabas pagkagabi. Nagdududa tuloy ako sa inyo na ang mga analogy niyo ay mga Dracula panggabi po. The Prince of Darkness.
Senator Bongo, a former special assistant to the president, came to Duterte's defense. Go insists that Duterte is not protecting or favoring anyone.
Wala po kaming pakialam po. Alam nyo, yung pinagpipilitang Pharmally na yan, wala po kaming kinalaman ni Pangulong Duterte dyan. Yariin niya na po. Kasuhan niya na po kung may kasalanan. Hindi po sila pinagtatanggol ng Pangulo. Ang ayaw niya po ay yung pilit na inuugnay, tinitwist ang katotohanan at pinipilit na inuugnay sa kanya.
And some entrepreneurs are taking it upon themselves to reduce COVID-19 related waste while also helping those who are badly hit by the pandemic. Shaila Francisco with that story.
Over 57 million COVID-19 vaccines have arrived in the country since February. And as the inoculation drive continues, boxes used as containers for these vaccines are left in warehouses. Instead of putting them to waste, entrepreneur Bon Aga sought the help of fellow businessmen and government agencies to put them to good use. The result? A housing project in Marikina City.
This house is made of 6 specialized boxes used as containers for Sinovac vaccines, and this house was just constructed in just a week. But with a volume of specialized boxes left in the warehouse, they estimate they could still construct 500 more houses.
Ruben, the beneficiary of this house, says it's one less problem for him as he lost his house during Typhoon Ulysses last year.
Maganda na bahay ko. Wala na akong masyadong problema. Hanap buhay na lang po ang kailangan.
Aga and his partners intend to build one house per month in Marikina and other places.
Kung itatapon naman natin na alam niyo naman na ang styro hindi siya biodegradable. So makakasira sa ating kalikasan to. Nagkaroon na solusyon na yung disposal, garbage disposal, nakatulong pa tayo sa kapwa natin na bilang pabahay.
Based on data from the Environment Department, solid waste collected in Metro Manila have increased by more than 20% since the start of the pandemic. With this, various groups are coming up with ways to lessen the waste. Aling Tindera, a waste-to-cash program managed by sari-sari store owners, is available in Manila. Here, nearby residents can drop off plastic waste and then get paid for it by 2 to 13 pesos per kilo. Sari-sari store owners then segregate and compress the waste before placing them in container vans for hauling. Store owners earn 50 centavos a kilo hauled by organizers. This is a big help for Lorme, who has been earning up to 1,500 pesos per haul. This allowed her to have her own means of payment to people dropping off trash instead of depending on organizers. After this, the waste will go to vetted processing partners like cement plants for alternative fuels or to recyclers and upcyclers.
So we would like for more people to hopefully be more conscious kasi, if you're not measuring the amount of plastic that you use, you don't realize ang dami mo na palang ginagamit. But by properly segregating, by properly giving them to the right channels, nasa start natin ma-realize na, okay, ito pala, pwede kong bawasan.
For its part, the Environment Department has released an order allowing healthcare waste such as PPEs, face masks, and gloves made of woven plastic to be co-processed for alternative fuels and raw materials in cement kilns. Shaila Francisco, Your One News.
We'll have more stories after this short break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Health Department has reported 20,300 new COVID-19 cases on Friday. 188,100 of the 2.32 million total caseload are still active. 53 duplicates were removed from the total case count, 41 of which are now recoveries. 310 died of the virus overnight, bringing the death toll to 36,300. The DOH said 176 cases initially tagged as recoveries have been reclassified as deaths after further validation. Total recoveries, meanwhile, are now at 2.1 million after over 10,000 new survivors in the past 24 hours. 26.6% of the 75,700 tests included in today's bulletin yielded positive results. Let's check out some stories from around the world. North Korea shows off its new railway-borne missile system. Its state media has reported that North Korea conducted a test run, launching missiles that flew 800 kilometers before striking a target off of the country's eastern coast. And one British study will determine whether immune responses among children given mixed vaccine schedules. Children aged 12 to 15 in Britain will be vaccinated next week, while those aged 16 to 17 have been eligible for vaccination since August. They will be given a first dose of the Pfizer vaccine, while their second dose will be given at a later date pending additional data. Let's take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Foreign Affairs Department denies links between Japan's terror threat warning to Southeast Asia and the Philippines' move to accept Afghan refugees. Undersecretary Brigido Dulay tells Agenda that the supposed intelligence report was not even formally transmitted to the agency. The Philippine National Police noted over 300,000 violators during the MECQ period in Metro Manila. On One News's The Chiefs, top cop Guillermo Eleazar said nearly 60% of the 328,000 quarantine violators were given warning, and only 5% of all violators were brought to police stations. And over 600,000 AstraZeneca doses procured by the private sector landed at NAIA this morning. The Philippines is also expecting some 190,000 Sputnik V doses this weekend. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.